Good morning. It is Thursday, June 15th. Thanks for joining us for this edition of In a Minute. I'm Sade Campbell, the Enrollment Communications and Social Media Manager at college. Pleased to be joined by my partner in crime and co-host, Paige. Good morning,
Well,
Paige.
Miss Campbell, you look familiar.
I know, a couple weeks passed, memory foggy, but great to be back on camera with you, friend.
It's good to be back on camera, which I felt like you cheated because I've seen you with other folks, but that's okay. That's
Like when you
okay.
cheat on your
That's okay.
hairstylist and your barber,
We
be
have
like,
an
I can
open
tell you.
relationship, clearly.
I know, right? But just like when you your hairstylist and be like, it's been a year. You've been on
Mhm.
camera with somebody else, haven't you?
Absolutely. That's all right. Listen, if you want to catch us, anytime, we're live here on Houston Community College District Facebook page, as well as YouTube. We're also on Twitter, LinkedIn, and on HCCTV at noon, 5, and 10 p.m., Monday through Friday, Ms. Campbell.
Thank you so much for that, Parrish. All right. Well, this is Thursday. It is Family Fun Day here on Up to the Minute, and we're going to be talking about some med school type summer camp and more available to our local youth. Ella Hohmann, who's a science communication specialist at the Health Museum, Paige Burgess, who's the community engagement coordinator, excuse me, for the Health Museum, will be joining Parrish for an interview. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Awesome. I know you and Parrish, you all in Parrish are going to have an awesome conversation in just a second. But first, we are going to kick things off by congratulating the winner of the League of Innovation Excellence Award, starting with HCC's interior design team. Today, we have joining us Jackie Barry, who is a professor in architectural design and in our architectural design and construction COE. We also have Maria Mattos, is both with the interior design program of the architectural design and can I get it right today? Construction Center of Excellence. Listen, did you all have a contest about how long the CO is going to be? Because it's getting me all tripped up today, but we're going to get it together, all right? So Maria Matos and Jackie Berry, both with our architectural design and construction Center of Excellence today. Welcome to the show.
Hello, everybody.
Good morning. And before we get into the program and offering, I just want to say congratulations. For those who are not in higher education, they may not realize just how prestigious and competitive this award is. We definitely want to congratulate Shasta Beveridge, the actual winner of the award. You are the leaders of the program here representing the work, but it wouldn't have been able to be done without her. So definitely want to shout her out. And she couldn't be with us today because of her. So we thank you for stepping in today.
Welcome.
All right, Jackie, let's kick things off with you telling us about the overall growth of the interior design program throughout the pandemic that was mentioned as one of the reasons that you all are being recognized.
Yes, definitely. If we can see maybe some positive, silver linings that came out of the pandemic, one of them happened to be that we saw the need for a much more deliberate focus on digital learning, digital environments. We started pre-pandemic in interior design. We do what's called rendering our designs, those in software programs. And the latest thing to do is put our design work, our students' design work, virtual reality. So we had started that kind of work here at HCC, working with other departments pre-pandemic. But once we had to go all the way digital and all the way online through the pandemic, we definitely learned a lot of lessons and came out on the other side knowing that this would probably be more of a focus for us. So during the pandemic, we saw in interior design a lot of growth in our program. Yes, people staying home, people changing directions wise. So we actually had an increase in our enrollment and went from somewhere around 150 students, now about 270, up to So we're still riding that wave and are very excited about that. Had to hire 2 full-time faculty. Maria is one of those. So the program is definitely growing, and we want to really take advantage of things like the Innovation Award, of having that build our program in a particular.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm sure this isn't connected to when I'm gonna go back to school. Definitely the pandemic had us reorganizing and rethinking our homes because we couldn't.
Yes, that too, right?
Oh yeah, all
Exactly.
day, every day. And you talked a little bit about the digital focus of the program that made the transition to online learning a little bit more seamless for you all. Tell us a little bit about portfolio and virtual reality classes that are connected to the program.
Okay, sure. So, and that's the award, the Innovation Award was actually Shasta Beveridge, who worked with the XR Lab and Ruben Duran, and they created an immersive classroom. So instead of just the traditional online classes, issues across the board with student engagement classes, completion rates, things like that. So the sort of the idea behind the immersive classroom was to have more student engagement. So basically, they created a classroom in the metaverse, right? And so instead of just a digital class, online class where you log on, go through the classroom on Canvas at your own pace, this was an actual metaverse environment. And so you would put headsets on, and the instructor would be in the classroom with the students. And so it was just a step in the right direction with lots more engagement, ability to show students that you don't typically. But that's sort of one thing, was the classroom, immersive classroom, and that's what the award was for.
Oh wow. I mean, I feel like working in marketing, I would say, it's immersive, it's engaging, but like a lot of times it's not as immersive. So I can see why this was such a big deal. I want to go to Maria because I'm sure this took a lot of collaboration among different departments and buy-in from faculty who would participate in this initiative. So Maria, tell us a little bit about your collaborations with other departments that make this possible.
So first of all, before I was a faculty, I was also a student here. So I could see both of the sides. I could see as a student how that started evolving, and now as a professor on the metaverse. Definitely the XRI lab with Ruben, it is, I think, our main path right now. Yeah. And what happens this time, it is that we put also our portfolio show, not only the physical, so people could be there and see it, but they also could see on the virtual reality. So they could use the goggles. So we had a metaverse portfolio show. So they could see the students during the metaverse, not only the physical students, but also their avatars and walking through. So we also had that in combination with Ruben this time. And not only this part of innovation, we are also all in connection with WHI and doing some different projects that we call SEED. So our first project over there, so we have the online part and the innovation, that's what the award for, but we also are leading towards another one with collaboration with different parts and different studios on HCC. And this other one on SEED that is on WHI, we also had, first one was an outdoor furniture that we create with some students that were volunteer. And yes, and this year we also have another one that we are developing, a cough lounge. So the students volunteer, they are working also in partner and collaboration with the IDEA studio on WHI. So we have both parts. The students with the coffee shop, they are using the knowledge and all the theory that they learn. They also have the rendering, the online, and also the immersive path through that, developing that on the digital, and now they also can put that alive. So we are building that, and in the end, they can see the real product, like in the real world.
That's phenomenal. I've been at WHI, and I actually had asked someone. I said, who did this furniture? So now I know the furniture that is at WHI, and I think it's just an amazing opportunity. The level of application of the learning that students are getting in this program, and are able to walk away with this portfolio. And it's my understanding you all had a record number of graduates this year that participated in the portfolio show.
Exactly.
And yes, and you all are balancing the both of both worlds. It's virtual learning, the in-person learning, because we know people learn different and just need different opportunities. And so you all are doing some amazing work over in that COE. So thank you so much for joining us. If you are hearing this and thinking about it in time for fall, there is still time to enroll for fall. You heard about all the amazing opportunities as a part of this Center of Excellence here at Houston Community College. I want to thank Jackie Barry and Maria Mattos, both faculty members in the Architectural Design and Construction Center of Excellence with a focus on interior design program that is the winner of such a prestigious award. Thanks so much for joining us, ladies.
Sure, thank you.
All right, we'll have information posted after the show about the program. I'm going to kick it over to my co-host, Mr. Paige Murphy.
Congratulations again. And Shasta was my favorite soda growing up, by the way. I have the pleasure of speaking with Ella Hohmann, Science Communication Specialist, and Paige Burgess, Community Engagement Coordinator for the Health Museum. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
How are you guys doing?
Super excited to be here this morning. Thanks for having us.
That is great. We feel great to have you. Now, you have several projects going on at this amazing museum. It just amazes me how our museums are just so interactive with our community that it's really, really great. I don't know where else they do that. Now, we're talking discovery camps. You guys have Global Teen Medical Summit. You guys have the Bakey Cell Lab. And of course, you also are doing sports physicals. I'm going to start with Ella. Talk to us about the Zoo in You.
Yeah, so Zoo in You is our new exhibit. It just opened up last week. It centers around the human microbiome, which is, this collection of microorganisms that live in and on our body and how they help us live our lives. There's so many bacteria and viruses that live inside our bodies that we don't even know of, and most of them are good. So it's kind of reframing that perspective. We usually think of microbes as bad, but most of them are really, really helpful to our health. So it's a very interactive exhibit. There's something there for every age. So I would definitely come and check that out. It's here the entire summer.
That's great. And that's one of the things, I think we talk about all the germs that are bad for us, but we never really talk about the germs that are good for us, because we need germs. We have to have some form of germ to build up, an immunity to other things.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a bunch of evidence that's coming out now. My favorite fun fact that I like to give is that 90% of our serotonin, and serotonin is one of the hormones that makes us feel good, one of the happy hormones, it's actually produced by microbes in our gut, 90% of it. So they are so intertwined with everything, with our immune system, with our mental health, with our digestion, all of that. It's crazy. It's a wild, wild world.
So you're basically saying if I got a big stomach, I'm really happy. Is that what you're saying?
Not quite, but sure.
All right. Paige, we're going to bring you into the conversation. Tell us about Global Teen Medical Summit.
Absolutely, Paige. So we're putting on Global Teen Medical Summit. We've been doing it in the past. However, this is our first time coming back since COVID. It'll be July 10th through 14th, and we're encouraging our teens to explore how medical professionals are thinking outside of the box to solve local, national, and even global challenges.
Great. Now, also, is that what they call the mini medical school?
No, those are two separate things. So the Teen Summit, we're gearing towards 9th through 12th graders and ages 14 through 18. Now, our mini med school is great. So we have different sessions. The age ranges from age 5 all the way up to age 13. Now, the mini med, it's a great opportunity for students or children who have that initial interest in medicine and kind of want to see where that takes them. They'll practice starting an IV, taking blood, analyzing x-rays, and even some surgical dissection. So it's super hands-on, like you mentioned, very interactive to make sure that our students stay engaged.
Wow, that's amazing. I remember when they first started these medical schools, like they had the performing arts schools, and then they started the medical schools. And then when they named it after DeBakey, then the name DeBakey is synonymous with, with great medical research and activity and stuff like that. It just really took off. So are you seeing a lot of kids come to these type of things?
Oh, absolutely. We really appreciate the parents who see this initial interest in them and, try to seek out those opportunities. But I mean, for now, our first few sessions are sold out, but we're making it so that we have more opportunities to offer them later in the summer. So kind of July, mid-July, late July, we still have those opportunities available for students.
I also just quickly wanted to add, for the Global Medical Summit, there are still full scholarships available that students can apply to. So, you can apply on our website. So I would definitely recommend if your child has an interest in that. Again, it's grades 9 through 12, to definitely go check those scholarships out.
That is awesome. Now, really quickly, do you find more foreign kids that are into this, or do you find more American kids that are into this? I'm curious.
I definitely feel like because we're in Houston, which is the 4th largest city in America, and we're extremely diverse, we're a melting pot of people from out of the country, in state, across state lines. So we see a plethora. Definitely local Houston children are more inclined to participate in the Teen Medical Summit, as their parents are usually working near or around the medical center to be able to take them to and from.
That's great. Now, Ella, what is the DeBakey Cell Lab?
So the DeBakey Cell Lab, it's a one of a kind in the entire nation, and it's a very hands-on experience where individuals can come in and actually do experiments and, work in a lab for the day. So there's a bunch of different experiments that you can do. You can do typing of blood, DNA extraction. It's self-guided, so you can get as much or as little help as you need and just really learn in a practical and hands-on way how different lab tests work that are actually done in real life.
And as you mentioned earlier, Paige, DeBakey is synonymous with excellence, and we're super happy to have the nation's only DeBakey Cell Lab right here in Houston at the Health Museum.
I had the pleasure of meeting him when I worked at CBS and at ABC, and he was a phenomenal guy. He was absolutely phenomenal and worthy of being of having a medical school named after him for all of the wonderful work that he did. He and Dr. Red Duke, actually. Now, finally, Paige, let's wrap this up a little bit. Talk to me about these sports physicals. That's got to be really welcome for parents and kids like that who are interested in athletics.
Yes. So we thought we would combine, a day out with the family with making sure we get some progress on our to-do list that all parents have. So we're offering sports physicals June 24th. It's going to be from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. They're $10. So you just deposit the $10. That also includes admission to the museum. So while you're here, feel free to browse and check out all the amazing spaces and exhibits that Ella mentioned. And then again, you can register on our website, thehealthmuseum.org.
Absolutely great. Now, let us know what time the museum is open so people can know when these things start.
Would you like to take that on?
Yes, so the museum is open every day from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. On Thursdays, we are open until 7 as we participate in Free Family Thursdays. So we have free admission from 2 to 7. But yeah, every day.
Every day this summer.
Great. And that is absolutely awesome. And you know what? And we have one of the best medical centers in the world. And, it's always good to be able to grab kids from our city, and encompass them into that medical atmosphere, and just keep them interested and just build them. I mean, you can never be too smart. That's a wonderful, wonderful thing, man. And I'm proud of you guys. Listen, you got to come back later on before the summer ends. Let us know how everything is going.
Sure.
Absolutely. We'll be back for sure, Paige. Thank you
Absolutely.
so much.
Thank you, guys. Their names are Ella Hohmann. She is Science Communication Specialist, and Paige Burgess, Community Engagement Coordinator of the Health Museum. We'll have more information on their stuff and on them in our post after the show. Thanks again, guys.
Thank you.
Ms. Campbell.
Yes, the Health Museum is an incredible visit. I think in a greater scheme of all the fine arts and cultural arts museums, that one gets forgotten, but it's an incredible site.
But they're doing their part. These museums are outstanding. We did an interview last week with Henry from the Kids Museum, and they just do a lot of great things, in the community. So you can't say there's nothing to do in Houston, especially for kids.
And I was telling a friend, so I know Henry. He's been at children's museums for a long time. And I was telling my friend I was going to New York, and I was like, I just don't feel like I'm missing anything. A lot of people go to New York for the arts and the cultural scene. And I'm like, we have that here.
Exactly.
Well, let's move
start some
on
announcements, shall we?
Yes, our news and announcements. I guess I'll kick things off with our West Loop Town Hall. HCC West Loop will host a town hall today to share your ideas about how the college can better work to serve our communities. It'll be happening today, June 15th from 5:30 to 7 p.m. at our HCC West Loop campus. For more information on how to register, check out the post after the show.
All right, at HCC Northwest, we'll host the networking breakfast in June. The keynote speaker will be Texas Representative Mano de Ayala, and he is currently serving his first session in the district that includes Houston and the number 39's Energy Corridor. It happens at 8 a.m. from 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Wednesday, June the 21st at HCC Spring Branch campus. For more information, check the email address in our post after the show.
All right, and HCC has an incredible series of summer camps for all ages. Today, we're highlighting the Smart Manufacturing Summer Camp for high schoolers. Various Texas manufacturing industries will be introduced to high school students over a 5-day summer camp. It'll be happening June 26th through the 30th at our HCC Stafford campus. And those camps will last from 8:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. So to all the parents of high schoolers, be sure to check out the info posted after the show. That'll have an email address where you can get more details.
More to do in the summer. PEP deadlines continue. Performance Excellence Program documents are due by June the 30th, depending on your length of employment. For details, visit my HCC's page or contact your senior partner, talent relations partner. Check our post after the show for more details.
All right, and for those that don't know, Juneteenth is next Monday. Juneteenth started off as a state holiday quite a while back by a legislator here in Texas, but it was recently named a couple years ago as a federal holiday, and HCC made the move to make it a company holiday. So there will be no up to the minute on Juneteenth next Monday. So we're looking forward to a 3-day weekend to reflect and commemorate such an important observation. So HCCTV is reminding everyone that as we commemorate the holiday, there will be no up to the minute on Monday, June 19th.
Believe it or not, fall registration is open. Fall registration has now begun, but you can still register for some summer courses. All classes offer in-person and online options. Online anytime, online on a schedule, hybrid, as well as in-person and hybrid lab. So if you want to learn more information about the HCC programs and start dates and options to pay and cover your costs, go to hccs.edu/apply. That's hccs.edu/apply. Coming up, Ms. Campbell, for Film Friday, we'll hear all about the Canes Film Festival from the film department of the Museum of Fine Arts.
And we will also be celebrating Pride Month, where we will be featuring a couple student activities that everyone can join in on. We want to thank you so much for joining us for this edition of Up to the Minute. We'll see you next time.